Earl's Court, the Aquarius. Is this really one of London's best bargains, or should it be left in a mouldy drawer? This week we explore a hotel with an expectation as high as the London Underground. From great views to plug sockets hanging off the wall and to a communal toilet, this place might really live up or down to its rating. Located exactly 103 metres from Earl's Court Underground Station, it's perfectly located for all weary travellers with tired feet for a place to rest up in a non-toxic environment.
There you go, this is it. This is a economy one bedroom room, and as you can see already, the light switches aren't working. Well, one is. It doesn't seem to do anything. Anyway, of course I'm sure you're expecting to find out how much I paid for this room. Now this room is, again, the economy saver, so it wasn't that expensive. And again, I am trying to do this whole thing on a budget. I'm trying to make sure that my stay in London tonight can be kept for under £50. That's including dinner. Now, obviously I wasn't expecting much when I first walked in here, but this really is quite a small space. Now, even as I come past the camera, I have to squeeze in just like this to get to the bed. And as you can see, there really isn't much room at all. Now, what exactly can you get for the cheapest bedroom in central London right now? Also, one of the worst reviewed hotels in London right now, with a TripAdvisor score of 1.9 at time of filming. Could go up, could go down. Now, obviously having a look around, I've already noticed that this first light switch doesn't do anything. But if you come around behind the wardrobe, a minute ago it did turn that light on, but now it isn't. Maybe I have to leave this in the off position. There you go. Yeah, a bit quirky. Also, one thing I've noticed is you do have this lovely extension cord and aerial coming up here and around the door. Not even fixed to the wall. Is it safe? I don't know, but it will do for the Aquarius. Also, I've noticed that the TV does come on, but it just takes a small age to come on. So we're not even going to try that because we haven't got enough time in this video to cover that. Also, if you come looking around, you do notice that, oh, you see, I did press it by accident. That needs to be going off. And when you come in, again, you do get the bare bones, but what do you expect for the cheapest room in central London in 2025? November the 25th. So it's almost 2026. It feels like it hasn't been updated since the 70s. But let me show you around. Now look, that colour sink, beautiful, if you ask me, absolutely beautiful. Again, you have to squeeze down between here. You have to make sure you come the right way around. If not, you have to spin a full 180 just to use the sink. Now you're probably wondering, Alex, why are you whispering? That's because these walls are very, very thin. And I'm sure anyone in this hotel can hear exactly what I'm saying at the moment. And I don't want the owners to hear what I'm doing. So, but you do get a nice amenity kit. Verdi, lime and lemongrass. It looks like it's already been opened because there is a seal right there, which has been opened. I hope you can see that. But yeah, it's been opened, so take what you want from that. And again, this soap, I think, has been there for quite a while. Verdi again, never heard of the brand. Maybe it's a good job, who knows? But yeah, you do have warm water coming through. And cold water, of course. Now the taps do work, and again the room is bare bones. But one thing I have noticed, which is probably one of the most disgusting things I've noticed, is the mould over on these windowsills. Now obviously directly above my head tonight is this windowsill. And of course there is plenty of mould all the way up here and all the way down there, right next to where the pillow goes. Now, I'm presuming that hasn't been cleaned for quite a while because that wouldn't be there otherwise. But again, let me just squeeze past this bed and show you inside the depths of the wardrobe. And then we have a look inside. Yes, you can see it's actually incredibly warm here. Hence I'm getting a bit of sweat on. I need to lose this jumper in a minute, it's getting far too hot. That's one thing you cannot complain about in this hotel, is that the heating is most definitely on. But in the wardrobe, you literally get one hanger, two hanger, and a bit of a dirty hanger pole. But apart from that, it is fairly clean and you can't really go too wrong with it. The one thing you can go wrong with is these drawers down here. Now, let's spin you around, because as you pull the drawer out, it wants to fall out, which again, ugh, that was sticky when I touched that. Might be touching that again. Or this. Not as bad, but it's the bottom one. You can see as well, it's just been worn away from constant use. They've tried to fix the handle somehow. I don't know if they've glued that on. Yeah, they've even put a screw through it, which is quite handy. But again, I don't think it was designed that way. A lot of it is falling half apart. But the best one, oh, again, the handle was broken on that one, is in here. Lovely and mouldy. I would not be putting any of my boxes in there. I don't think anyone should be using that drawer for their boxes. It looks like they've had some sort of leak or damp in the past as well. Fire alarm system, which is handy, because I do not want to get burnt down in this building, because again, the electrics do not look safe. You can almost pull it off. Oh God, I've broken it now. Oh God. Also, I've noticed that you have something which a little child, again, I don't think a child will be staying in this room, but a child could put their finger in that. What was that powering? I don't know. You do have a socket down here to charge any of your phone, iPad, laptop, another socket here, and a switch for something, which is nice and rusty, and a bit of blue tape. Oh, that blue tape has actually got something behind it, which I'm sure you can stick your finger in. But with this bed, is not bad. But one thing is, this floor is incredibly, incredibly creaky. Almost to the point where it's a bit annoying. You can hear everyone upstairs, you can hear people either side of you. You can hear everything going on. And oh, there's another hole there for the aerial to go through. That's great. At least the bin has nothing in it. Oh wait. There's a dirty bin. That's what you get below the bin. Yeah. Not the best. Well, we won't be using that for anything. One thing we do need to test out is the bed. For the money I paid, it's not bad. Needs a second go, I think. Yeah, second time is better than the first. It's not bad. I mean, there's a little bit of soft cushion going. It's very creaky, of course. But what do you expect from a bed like this in a hotel room that costs as much as this does? So you can't really complain. Bed sheets do look relatively clean. And do I dare go into where the pillows are? I mean, I don't know how many heads would have slept on this, but I'm sure there's quite a few. A few stains, but nothing too drastic. You can live with it. Now, of course, I want to try and go some of the points of the Aquarius Hotel. Now, I mean, online, TripAdvisor, you've got a 1.9 star rating and 859 reviews, and it is 1,165th out of 1,183. So, someone's banging. they're banging. It's one of those old buildings where it's hard to say if they're banging up, they're banging down, they're banging left, they're banging right, or they're banging behind you. But yeah, again, on the Aquarius Hotel, TripAdvisor, you have got 1.9 out of 5. It would do. It's got 15 excellent ratings and 452 terrible ratings. Now, cleanliness is 1.8, location 3.9, value is 2.4, sleep 2.0, rooms 1.7 and service 2.1. I will admit, when I was downstairs and the guy was letting me in, he was very quick and very attentive, almost too quick. I think from the second I walked in that door to actually making it up to my room would have been about 5 minutes. I signed a form, sent my ID over, and I was up. But going back to the reviews, again, some say, look, here, great room for price you pay, except great room for price you pay. And you got on a budget, perfect location. Then you got the Aquarius Hotel, 20 to 22 Hogarth Road, never again. There's nothing safe in the hotel. The room was an imposition. Had we seen the photos of the other guests, we would never have booked. That's great. Now there are better places around here, of course, but for the value, you do kind of get what you're paying for. You are paying £35 a night, and that was £35 with a refund if I wanted it 24 hours before. So really I could have got this room for £32.99, but I paid a bit extra in case I need to cancel due to work. But what we need to do now I've told you the price, is we're going to have a little wander around the hotel. A little bit later on, I think.